Today we will start the first episode of Togi analysis. I know that a lot of you have mixed feelings about Togi or just feel very negatively towards anything that's Togi related. Me personally, before watching all of his content, I thought that Togi was someone that a lot of people severely underestimated. I believed and still believe he is much smarter than he lets on. I know he sounds irresponsible with all the drugs, gambling, steroids, but I think he knows exactly what he's doing and he's playing his hand. And I'd say he's playing his hand better than anyone else has played the hand that he currently holds. Togi's story is also a testament of how fast you can change your life and how much you can change within the span of a year. Personally, it's a story that filled me with hope as an entrepreneur who is in deep shit right now. It filled me with the hopes that, you know what, maybe my time is coming. And once it comes, it'll be better than I ever dreamed of. That's just the hope, obviously. But it is truly fascinating to see how Togi went from living in this frat basement, his disgusting frat basement, in the beginning of 2024 to just the end of 2024, not even nowadays. The end of 2024, he was living in an amazing house. He had money. He was rolling with Dana White, Steve will do it. He had a Lamborghini, an Audi RS6. He had the gold chains, the gold watches. It's crazy how much of a difference there is within the span of a year. And I think it's important to mention that change wouldn't have happened if Togi did not have that approach that he has to life. That extreme risk. That's who Togi is. He just dives in head first. No fears. Let's risk it all. I think that as far as Togi is concerned, if it's not going to change his life, then he is willing to risk it. So what do I mean by this? 100,000 won't change Togi's life anymore. So he is willing to risk it. And I believe that when 1 million doesn't change Togi's life or his family's life, he will also be willing to risk it. And this is just extreme risk taking. I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer he ended up where he ended up because no one else does this. So of course it garners a shit ton of attention. So that is something that we can learn from him. Going back to the early beginnings of Togi in one of his first videos, you look at his life. What does Togi do? Togi eats a shit ton of calories because he's trying to bulk, gain muscle. He goes to the gym, he plays Fortnite, he trades crypto, he gambles, he goes to frat parties, he hangs out with his buddies. Now a lot of people would look at that life and think that is so shallow. This kid he's not on his grind. He's not on his self-improvement. He is a degenerate. And I think that is a problem with internet nowadays. Everyone thinks that everyone should live that kind of life, especially people in the self-improvement space. People in the self-improvement space have a severe problem with thinking that their way, the way that they see life, is the way that everyone should live their lives. And you see this especially in the manosphere, where men are telling women what to be. That they shouldn't be promiscuous, they should be this, they should be that. Do I think that society would benefit from women not being promiscuous? Absolutely, I do. But we have to understand that we are dealing with individuals. And that's all these women are being. They're being individuals. Some of them want that life. the way that we think that women should be, just because we think that way doesn't mean that women should be that way. We are not Jesus. We're not God. We're not Prophet Muhammad. We're not Allah. We do not have qualifications to determine what people should live like or should not live like. And the same here applies with Togi. He lived a very unique life. And for that, I commend him. He still lives till this day. He is unique. He is an individual at his core, a true individual, a one of one. I want to do a slight pivot at the end of the video because I just found a perfect example of how Togi, being an individual who is more concerned with getting answers and living life his own way, has severely benefited him. In contrary to another YouTuber who I loved at the beginning, but he has had quite the fall off, Hamza Hamid. They are two completely different YouTubers, Togi and Hamza. Togi stays natural, stays enhanced, gets enhanced. Hamza stays natural. Hamza is on his grind, his self-improvement. Togi is not. I believe that the reason why Hamza felt so hard was because Hamza is a preacher. He loves to preach. He loves to preach certainty, like he's God. And maybe if he had a little bit more grace, if he was less concerned with giving answers and documenting himself giving answers instead of documenting himself asking the right questions and hopefully trying to get the right answers, I believe that this fall off would have never happened. So that's something that we can learn from Togi. Ask questions, don't give them.